pretty? I love birds. Birds are such a beautiful animal. Well, fowl, not an animal, I guess. So I use the wintry treetop. I use that one. I use this one and this one. This is on the inside and the envelope. I use the Countryside Corner dies, and it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one from the smallest or the third largest. And I use the, what's it called? The Winterly Tree Top dies. And I use this one and this one, this one, this one, and this one right here. I did this in Cherry Cobbler, and I did these two in Garden Green. I used 3 of these. I used 2 of these, no, 1 of these, and I cut it in half. And I did 1 of these and 1 of these. So, no, 1.5 of these. 1.5. Sorry about that. I'm trying to confuse you. So I have also used this Nest of Winters Designer Series paper that is absolutely gorgeous. I use this one right here, and it has the birds on the back. This one right here. And these are the small little birds. And it's got this gorgeous stripe on the back of it. And now these are big birds again. This is the design I used for the envelope. Look at this. Isn't that nice? It's such a pattern that you could use for anything. And this is really pretty with the birch trees and the Queen Anne's lace. And then there's this. It's the other sheet, half a sheet is exactly like this. Yeah, right there. And then just the regular. And then this one that I've used before, but I've used this side with the birch. I love the birch one. So what I decided to do is I took this design right here and I translated it to these 2 birds. And some of the colors are not exactly the same, but I did it similarly. So if you have the paper, you have what I used. So get this out of the way. And that's the Countryside die. And this is the envelope. And I have my paper inside. What did I do? I must not have got it down. That's brighter now. Can see better. I have these made up. When I get low on them, I just cut several sheets and put them together so that because it's the standard size for inside my card back, and I do a whole bunch of card backs and these for inside, and I have envelopes up there too. It just makes it easier for me. Okay, I'm going to do these and stamp them using my Memento Black. And now I'm going to stamp it so that the branch is in the corner, so I don't have to do too much. Well, I got to do a little bit there, but not a lot. Hopefully this one will be closer. I tried to get the branch in the corner so it's all branch and just a little bit of extra space that is easily filled in. Okay, so we'll put that aside and we'll get going. My pool party, what did I do with it? There it is. Thinking, I know I had it here just a minute ago. I'm good with that, aren't I? I can't find things on my desk. It's terrible. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use my blending brush. This is Pool Party, and it's a turquoisey blue because the paper, the DSP, it has a turquoisey blue color to it. It's close to Coastal Cabana. So Pool Party goes really well with Coastal Cabana. There we go. Now that's done. It was closed and I did not know it. So we're going to bring these out. I'm going to put those back in there while I work on this. Now I've colored part of this. I cut half of this off and then I cut half of that off, and it's going to go up like that. And depending on which one you cut off, it was this one, it goes this way. But if it's this one, it goes this way. Doesn't matter. It will not affect how things are. So I am using my shaded spruce, and I am quickly going to do this. This is the shaded spruce light, and I'm using it for the smaller leaves. And now I'm going to do the shaded spruce dark, and that's going on the bigger leaves. And I'm not shading them, I'm just doing them straight. They are not very big, and the main focus is the birds, and most people just look at it and see, oh, greenery. They don't pay attention to that there's shading there. You can shade it if you want. There's no problem there. It's just, I chose not to do that. This is Cherry Cobbler Light, and I did all the berries in this. Easy peasy. And this is the berries too. Same thing. They're exactly the same. I'm gonna get that out of here. And you can do this with Pecan Pie Dark, or you can take your Pecan Pie marker if you have one and do it this way. And just fill in. I missed a couple, just so I had something to do to show you. I thought they were all in the same area, but I guess not. So now I'm going to do the Cherry Cobbler and a light basic black. Where in the world did that one go to? Oh, is that it? Yes, sitting right there. Oh, honestly, that's crazy. So I'm going to do this one, and I started here, and I go back to here, and then I go underneath like its chin, and then I just color it in. Just like that. Now I'm taking my Cherry Cobbler Dark, and I'm just going to do all the lines. Any line that the designer put in, I'm coloring it. Sometimes I color all of them, sometimes I color some of them, but this one I'm coloring all of them. And the beak is solid. So now I'm bringing in my light. No, wrong end. I need a new set of blends. The tip is bent, so it doesn't make a good color. So there we go. And just down here. Sorry about the phone. Now that was the easier one. So now I'm going to come in with the slightly harder one. So I'm doing the whole thing. I need a new crumb cake too, because my tip is getting damaged somehow. I try to be gentle on them, but Doesn't always happen. There, I did it. The whole thing that way. That's Crumb Cake Light. Now I'm taking Pumpkin Pie Light. And I'm doing the beak. And I'm doing down in here. It's crooked sideways. Put these aside so I can figure out what I did next. That one's okay. So I did, what was it, this one? Yeah, I did. This is SU 600. And this is SU 400. And I just blended it in. Whoopsie. Then I took my Pecan Pie Light and I did and I, whoops. I went over this with gray granite light because I want to get more gray tones in here. And I did smoky slate. And then I took my color lifter and made it a little bit lighter and tried to blend it in. And the black marker was the eye. There we go. Now when you put this through the die cutting machine, you get a white edge all the way around. I cut off the white edge here, just at the end of the branch, because when I put it on here, I want it to be the branch ending right there. You know what I mean? So that the white doesn't come out here, because then it will be on the back, which is this, and you will see it. And I don't want white on top of this. So I'm putting this where I want it, approximately, making sure it's in, and I'm turning it over, and I'm grabbing my pencil, and I'm going along like that. You won't see it. You can see it now, but you won't see it. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my glue and I'm going to glue. Sure I am. What did I do with my other glue? I have my needle in it. Huh. Oh well. No big deal. I have more down here. There's glue on that, and I don't want to get it all over. There's a glob of glue on the very bottom, the very tip, because it was stuck inside. Oh. There. There. I try to keep a pin in my glue so that it makes it easier and I don't have to go looking for glue. But I used up my old glue and I don't know what I did with it. I didn't think I threw it away, but maybe I did. Oh well, no big deal. Right there. Isn't that pretty? Now I am going to get out everything. Now I'm just going to take my scissors and cut off the tip. Because there's not a lot of room. And this one is going to go in here. And we're going to start with gluing this one down. Okay, tweezers. There's my tweezers. Tweezers certainly help. It's crazy how much easier it is with tweezers. And I'm going to cut that end off, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one, but I'm just gluing it back here. And this one is the same. Cut off the tip, just makes it easier. Now, This I'm just gluing down here again. And then this is going to go in here. And before I push it down, I'm going to grab a hold of this. And it's coming over here. And this one is going over here. There we go. Now I'm going to take my cherry cobbler and gold satin ribbon. I got glue on my fingers, I can feel it. And I'm going to make my fork bow. And then pull it tight, and then pull it in the direction I want it to go. Get my ribbon scissors. Come on, stay there. There we go. Now we'll get rid of this. And we'll get out my glue dots. And this goes right in the center like that. Isn't that pretty? Now, because I do not like a bow that swings, I'm putting down glue dots underneath these tails of the bow. And that also helps them go where I want them to go to. Putting this aside and covering it up. Now we're going to start gluing. All my colors that I used. Such pretty paper to be covering it up. Oh well, it's pretty on the other side too. Sometimes it's so hard to know which side to use, which side do you like the best. But I needed a plain side, and so this is it. And it looks like snowflakes, so I thought that was good. Good to have wintry, snowy, Christmassy day. Too much glue. Now, to get rid of extra glue, you can wait till it dries and use your glue eraser, or you can just take your embossing buddy and go like that. And it's completely de-stickified. Don't you like my word? De-stickified. Now, I am going to go around this, but then I'm going to go around these two because I want them to be glued down. Sometimes if you don't glue them down, they can tear, and I don't want that. Now I'm not putting any words on this because I think this makes a statement all on its own. I don't think I need to put words on, and there's not really a good place without covering something up. So I'm using my Rhinestone Basic Jewels, and I've colored them with my dark shaded spruce. I just took the bullet end and I went around, and then I let them dry. So now I'm taking my take your pick tool, and I am using it to attach my rhinestones. I'm using 3, just like that. So what do you think? It's pretty, isn't it? Get that done and over with. So now I've got to show you how I did the center one. Show me how I did it. I push them all together, and I have all my other stuff here, which I didn't put away. So it's hard to, there's my basic black, and my smoky slate, and my cherry cobbler. That's what I used. So, smoky slate light, I just did down here. And I did the beak. I took my pecan pie marker, and I did that branch. Now I am taking my basic black light. Wait a minute. What I did is I used my black marker first, and I did the eye. I found it, for a few minutes, it's hard to see the black marker once you, or the eye once you go over it. With the basic black light, it's hard to see. So if you do the marker first for the eye, then you don't have to worry about it. You do get to see it eventually, but it just takes you longer than I wanted. So and now I'm leaving a space for white. and doing this in the black. Now I'm taking the Pecan Pie Dark, and I am extending the branch. There. Now I'm taking my dark cherry cobbler, and again I'm just doing the lines. This one is the easiest one. Well, the other one was easy too. It's the other bird that is a little bit more challenging. But that's okay. I hope it didn't look that hard when I did it. Play around with your colors. You can make a different colored bird. You don't have to make it exactly the same as what I did. Both my birds look different. I didn't write down how I use the colors, so I think I got them mixed up, so it just changed the look of the bird, which is not a big deal. Birds look nice. No one knows what my other bird looked like, so it's fine. There we go. Now, bring this in and we'll color it in, or we'll glue it in. I already colored it in. If you could like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, that would be wonderful. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. So if you could just subscribe, it just helps me grow my channel. And if you like my cards, if you could just get them out to more people, I would really appreciate it. I just like my cards to be seen, and maybe it will help somebody to be able to make a card, if they like my card, to make it, be able to make it. So what do you think? See, this bird's different. This bird has more color on it. It's not exactly the same color. I maybe color lifted more. I maybe moved my colors around. Who knows what I did. I do these up and I just go for it. And that's what you need to do too. Thanks so much for being here. I truly appreciate you spending time with me. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.